Okay, good morning everybody. Mike Kirkman here, the Mad Dragon, and it is a beautiful fall day here in Tampa, Florida. And what I'd like to do today, I'm going to show you the relatively new BuK boat that is manufactured in China. And most of you, a lot of you will know the BuK boat. It's got a long history in North America. We brought the boat into Canada way back in 1999. As a shell, because we wanted to switch out the European model boat, which had 12 benches, and we switched it to 10 benches, and that became, just a few short years later, it became the international standard. So we're proud of that. However, as time went on, years went on, the BuK boat, which was very popular in Europe and North America, obviously, everybody can imagine the biggest market is actually in China, the origin country for the sport. So, BuK had some thoughts in the late, early part of this decade to, bring their boat into the China market. The problem obviously was that all the China manufacturers, dragon boat manufacturers, were getting better. The boats were improving in quality, improving in durability, design was improving. So it was very difficult to compete with the low labor, low cost of manufacturing in China. So BuK was thinking, at some point we gotta partner with a manufacturer in China and develop our boat so that we can sell the boat in Asia and eventually globally around the world to compete with the price points that the China manufacturers were putting out on the global market as that emerged for them. So the company that BuK chose to partner with was Peisheng. Peisheng, very large composite company, very big in industrial composite manufacturing all over Asia. And they had a very robust division of the company, manufactured high quality rowing shells, canoes, kayaks, things of that nature. So Dragon Boat was a really good fit. And 2 or 3 years ago, BuK decided, okay, we're gonna get into a relationship with Peisheng. There were some introductions made at international championships, and the BuK owners and engineers traveled to the Peisheng factory near Hangzhou and decided, okay, this is the partner for us. And so the important thing first, before I review the actual boat, is the BuK boat that's manufactured by Peisheng the origin is still the BuK molds, the BuK design and the molds. It's very important because the BuK boat traditionally has been recognized as the safest, most stable, still a very fast boat. They did a great job designing the hull with all those features, and that's what's made it so popular over the years. So, they didn't count on or commission Peisheng in China to make the molds. They actually shipped the molds, both the exterior mold and the interior liner molds, to China to make sure that they got the design of the boat exactly right. And then, of course, they imported, brought their technicians into the Peisheng factory. Had a specific area in the factory where they indoctrinated the workers and management and the quality control folks into the type of construction processes that were required to build, this beautiful boat we have in front of us today. So that was maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Initially, the boat was distributed only in China, then throughout, Asia, then to Australia, New Zealand, eventually Europe, and now North America. And so Pan Am is a dealer here in Tampa, Florida. And we brought in this boat is out of I think the 3rd container that we brought in. The boat's selling very well and getting very good reviews. So that's a little bit of the history. I was in China recently at the factory just 2 weeks ago, and the BuK folks were there as well, the owner Andreas, and we reviewed the entire process from start to finish of the construction of the boat to make sure that they were still adhering to the various processes that make this boat the quality boat that it is. And we did tweak a couple of things, but generally the boat is really a carbon copy of the quality boat that's been coming out of Germany for a couple of decades now. So there are a couple of things that are different about the boat. Some things that are pluses in my view, a couple things that, you know, I'm hoping to convince the factory in China, the Peisheng folks, to incorporate into the boat. But let's get started very quickly. So first of all, I mentioned that the boat is an exact copy of a BuK. So if you have a BuK or you've raced or trained in a BuK and you know how stable and safe it is, that's what you're going to get with this boat. The second thing that I really like is, you know, you can get a variety of beautiful colors and you can see the quality of the gel coat, and guess what? These scales are not stickers. You know, these are what we call in the industry sublimated into the hull, so there's no sticker. When they apply the gel coat, it's a clear coat, then the scales, then the base coat. That's an oversimplification, but the beauty of this obviously is that your paddle strikes or any kind of rubbing on the boat is not going to peel scales off like you've seen, you know, in many boats in the past. So that's a really great thing that they're doing at the Peisheng factory. The other thing I really like about the boat is a couple things here in the interior. So apologies for the boat's a little dirty. We had it on display at an event in Hernando, Florida a couple weeks ago, and we haven't had a chance to clean it out. But the boats have got a fairly aggressive, although not, you know, this isn't going to rip your shorts apart, but it's got a fairly aggressive coating, anti-slip coating on the seats. And that, you know, if you put a footboard down or just sitting on this seat, you're not going to slip. It's going to keep your butt pad nice and secure on the seat. If you don't use a butt pad, you know, you're not going to slip back or forward. It's going to help you prevent you from slipping as you're paddling. These handles here, but you can barely get your fingertips under there, and that's, you know, it's not a very comfortable way for the crew to lift the boat out of the water if they're going to walk it up on shore. These things are deep. You can really get the joint of your fingers inside these handholds, and they run all along the length of the boat. And I also like this cap rail. Well, I'm a little bit, you know, plus minus on this. For on one hand, the cap rail is a UV resistant. It doesn't fade, but it's not as hard. So you got to be careful. You don't damage the cap rail. A paddle strike or something like that, no problem. But you can't strap the boat down really hard with this softer material. However, no fading. This is like an HP high density polyurethane material. It does not fade in the sun, and that's a great thing. So fairly durable, not as durable as the cap rail coming out of Germany, but that cap rail fades in the sun. It doesn't degrade, but it fades, so it doesn't look so good. This will last for years. Really great stuff. Some of you haven't seen the liner design in the last couple years. We've now, instead of a flat deck where the seat was up high, we've got about a 6-7 inch drop down deck. The drum fits nicely on this this exposed extruded piece of the mold, and the seat in particular. A lot of you recall the old BuK seats had those clips with the pins, and, you know, it wasn't the best system. But these, you know, this seat just essentially slides right out, slides in, and then this large thumb screw just screws right in, and that secures the seat down. Everything about this boat is, in my view, puts it at the top of the. It puts it most definitely at the top of the quality and durability scale in North America. As I said earlier in the video, the China boats are improving. All the manufacturers are improving their product, but I think the PS BuK boat, they really hit the nail on the head with this one. So that's it. I just want to mention one more thing, and if we can just get a quick shot of the trailer. We're going to be delivering this boat on this single wide, single axle trailer. We sell all kinds of trailers for any kind of load going anywhere. You can see here in the background we've got a trailer that's actually got 10 boats on it. So that's our big giant heavy duty trailer, and we come all the way down to the single boat, single axle trailer. Sells for about $3,000, and I'll be doing a separate video specifically on all the sorts of types of trailers we sell. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Post your comments below. Please subscribe and click the bell for notifications, because then you're going to get all my videos, and I'll be trying to do a couple a week for the foreseeable future on all kinds of topics associated with Dragon Boat. Thanks, and everybody have a good day.